Peggy 18.
Hey everyone, I'm Chris from the Chaosbane team. Today, I want to introduce Conrad Vahlen, one of the 4 playable heroes in Warhammer Chaosbane. Before we begin, please remember the gameplay you're going to see is from a version of the game that is still in development. Vahlen is a captain of the Empire, trained in arms from a young age, and a veteran of many battles against the enemies who threaten the old world. He's a strong fighter who can take heavy damage and deal with entire hordes of enemies. He's a close combat specialist and always carries a shield to fend off attacks. Vahlen's combat skills are mainly based on melee attacks, crowd control, and area of effect abilities. With his powerful melee attacks, Vahlen can crush any enemy. And with attacks that cause high area damage, he can stand up to enemy hordes. Vahlen can also taunt enemies, so they focus him and leave his allies alone. By planting banners and fighting in the area of effect, Vahlen and his allies can take advantage of considerable bonuses during fights. This includes bonuses to damage, armor, and immunity to crowd control. Each character also has a unique class skill. Vahlen uses a shield to knock back enemies and stun them. In Warhammer Chaosbane, all playable characters are aligned with a god. As a captain of the Empire, Vahlen worships the all-powerful Sigma, patron god of the Empire. By making offerings to your patron god, you can unlock passive skills to improve your character's abilities, as well as even more powerful active skills. The gifts bestowed by Sigma are not only the extraordinary weapons Vahlen has at his disposal. As he fells the creatures of chaos, he feels his bloodlust gauge. Once full, he can unleash his fury with new supercharged skills, perfect for getting out of a tight spot. With the first level of bloodlust, he can tear through enemies with a warhammer. On the second level, he summons a huge shield and charges through the creatures of chaos while dealing immense damage. At the highest level is the ability to smash the ground with superhuman strength, dealing heavy area damage and repelling the enemies around him. That's it for the gameplay video dedicated to Conrad Vahlen. Follow Chaosbane on social media for more details and gameplay videos. Warhammer Chaosbane. Today, we're going to take a look at the first Warhammer fantasy hack and slash. The story takes place shortly after the Great War against Chaos. Just as the Empire of Man finally seems to be out of the clutches of danger, a new threat emerges that will upset the balance of power. And it's up to you and your allies to confront it. Our journey begins in the sewers of Nuln, the current imperial capital. As you can see, the sewers are infested by servants of the god Nurgle, the chaos god of disease and decay. A number of his minions have come to greet us, including Nurglings, cultists, and the ever-unpredictable Chaos Spawn. I'm playing as a captain of the Empire, Conrad Vahlen. Vahlen is strong and tenacious, an ideal character if you enjoy melee combat. In Warhammer Chaosbane, each class has its own unique gameplay style, and a variety of skills that complement that style and the other classes. As a melee specialist, the Imperial Captain can endure a lot of damage, apply crowd control, and turn large hordes of enemies to his and his allies' favor. Speaking of allies, it would be good to have some ranged support to dish out some extra damage. So, I'm going to invite a friend to join my party in local co-op. All he needs to do is pick up a controller and press a button. There. I've been joined by the High Elf Elantir. Elantir is a mage who deals a lot of damage from a distance. However, he is much weaker in melee combat, and has to keep his enemies at bay by using all the spells in his arsenal. Each class has its own unique ability. Elantir is able to control the placement of all of his spells, and redirect them on a whim. You'll face various monsters in the game, whether the weaker Nurglings, or more powerful foes like Chaos Spawn and Beast of Nurgle. You'll need to come up with unique strategies to defeat these creatures. Next up, is a very powerful foe. Mutaliths are abominations, mutated by the power of chaos and infused with magic, making them much more difficult to defeat. To help, we'll activate Bloodlust, a devastating skill that gives you extra speed and new powers for a limited time. The duration and number of new skills is based on your Bloodlust level, so you'll have to choose the best time to unleash your fury. Once the Mutalith has been defeated, you're free to finish exploring the dungeon. For now, it looks like our quest is coming to an end. We hope you enjoyed this first look at Warhammer Chaosbane. Make sure you follow our social media channels for more details and gameplay videos, and I'll see you next time.